Is your company still obsessed with ROAS? You're not alone. What happens when that single metric becomes a roadblock to real growth? Today, I'm diving into those pivotal aha moments when retail media leaders successfully shifted their organizations away from ROAS tunnel vision. You'll hear from a new brand navigating high CPCs on awareness keywords, a team that watched their ROAS drop while achieving better business outcomes, and why one leader calls ROAS a double-edged sword that can harm your strategy, whether it's too high or too low. If you've ever tried explaining why targeting existing customers isn't the best use of your ad dollars, this episode is packed with real-world ammunition for your next internal meeting. Let's go. Good morning and welcome to the Retail Media Breakfast Club. I'm your host, Kiri Masters, and every weekday at 6 a.m. Eastern, I bring you candid and real discussions in the world of retail media and marketplaces in just 10 minutes. So bring your own cup of coffee and we'll get smarter about retail media together. Now let's hear from Justin Bomberowitz, Director of E-commerce at WILDE Brands.
It's an efficiency metric. I like looking at it, but at the end of the day, using WILDE as an example, we're a relatively new brand. We're a brand that's made of chicken breast, egg white, and bone broth. We're a chicken snack, a chip that crunches like potato chips, but we're keto friendly and we have 13 grams of protein. And so when someone sees us, they see us either as potentially jerky or maybe like a potato chip or maybe like a pork rind. And so there's a lot of education there. And so incrementality, new to brand, like we are just trying to get chips into people's mouths. So when I think about ROAS and I think about all the different platforms that we're on from a retail media standpoint, I have some that indexed quite high. And if you look at the name of our brand, it's WILDE, W-I-L-D-E. So organically, that kind of indexes itself and does quite well. And we have a nice brand block. So CPCs are cheap, and no matter the platform, I'm going to do well against WILDE. If people are looking for WILDE protein chips, they're looking for us because there's not really a one-to-one competitive set for us. I want those that are looking for protein chips or keto snacks or healthier versions of snacks. And that naturally is more expensive, and that's going to lower my return on ad spend, but I'm trying to make the pond bigger and add more fish.
Now let's hear from Jamie Roller, Director of Marketplaces at Dr. Squatch.
I would say a time when we've been able to convince the team that ROAS was not the way. Most of the businesses I've worked with have never been very ROAS focused, but what really cemented it in our minds recently was when we shifted to a new advertising approach with a new vendor, and we were able to shift our spend from a majority branded to majority unbranded and gain a lot of new traction and a lot of organic rank. It was something that we trialed before and it had never worked. And what was immediately obvious was that naturally our ROAS went down, but our tacos also went down and our top line sales were significantly up. And so it was obvious to all of us that ROAS alone isn't the right place to focus and that we should really be tracking total top line growth.
Now let's hear from Nem Lazic, E-commerce Channel Manager at Zevia.
This is a great one. I think I've had more conversations about this internally than anything else because it's a double-edged sword. If the ROAS is too low, you kind of get those questions of like, why are we doing this again? If it's too high, I know that I've wasted money somewhere serving ads to someone that would have already bought. So I think there was one time where I just said, we don't need to tell our customers we're great. They know that. That's why they're our customers. We need to tell other people we're great. So I think that's the whole dilemma of ROAS, where, you can get a 20x ROAS, but your chances are you're going to be serving it to someone that's already your current shopper. And it's, I hate to say a wasted dollar because, we love our customers, but you don't have to try to win them over when there's a vast pool of people that have never heard of you that could probably use that ad spend.
Well, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Retail Media Breakfast Club. We meet here every day at 6 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to subscribe and get your daily dose of insights, trends, and hot takes in the world of retail media and marketplaces.